So welcome, Sandra. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to me. What I'd love to do is, could you start off by telling me what is it that you do that you love?
Right. I love taking a child that has got nothing and you find something within that child, and that is just a wonderful feeling.
What does that give you?
A wonderful feeling. No, it gives me my wages at the end of the month. No, it's just, I'm just so passionate about my job. I teach, and sometimes it can be challenging, and you look at the whole picture, and one child a day can make a difference to your life, and you make a difference to that child's life. And I'm head of design technology, and to me DT does stand for design technology, but it's also discovering talent, and every single child has got talent, and it's a duty of care of any teacher to find that talent, whatever their ability.
So when you're having, because I meet a lot of teachers that have bad days, right, that don't share your passion. When you're having a bad day, what keeps you going?
You kick the wall, you swear behind children's backs, you get a tally chart on the board, so every time you want to do an F word, you do a tally chart. And there's only you that knows about it. You think, yes, I've had 8 of these today, tomorrow I'm only going to have 7, the day after I'm going to get 6. But no, seriously, you go home, and I drive home, it takes me about an hour and a half to drive home, and you think of every single strategy you can think of to get that kid on your side. And it's all about having respect for each other. And if the kids haven't got respect for themselves, they're not going to have it for anybody else. So forget teaching your subject. Yeah. You've got to go back to basics and get them confidence about the self and what, finding that hidden talent. And I wake up in the middle of the night thinking, yeah, Joe Bloggs, he's a bloody pain in the arse. How am I going to get him working? And then you find out what he likes. And then you can build into my design technology something that he's got a passion for. And that's what takes it forward.
And how long have you been doing it?
15 years.
And 15 years and you still feel passionate?
No, if you first started teaching, and this is where, and I did the same, a lot of teachers, you're newly qualified, and you think that you want all the kids to be your friend. And that is the totally wrong thing to do. Yes, you can have them as an acquaintance, on equal relationship, but if you do become their friend, you can never get that back. So when you've got to tell them off for whatever reason, they think that you're your friend, and they get very upset, and they can't understand why you've told them because they're your friend.
Yeah.
So over the course of years, you think, okay, well, my line is here, and my line is always fair but firm, because you've got to be. And the kids then start to realise if they start jumping over this hurdle, you're going to give them a slap round the ear, metaphorically, and you get them back over this hurdle. And it's all about having this sort of equal respect for each other. Yeah. They know where they stand. They know when they've only got to look in my eyes and think, I'm not going to say anything else to her. But it's all about, building up relationships with the kids. And I said, forget your subject. You've just got to go back to basics. You've got to get your manners sorted out. You've got to get, communication sorted out. These kids, all they do at night when they go home is text everybody, go on email, Twitter. They tweet each other to meet around the corner. They've got no social skills. Yeah. They don't play. They don't go climbing trees anymore. They don't go on a skateboard. They don't fall off. They're frightened about getting things wrong. Well, life's all about getting things wrong to make you that better person. And I encourage the kids to make mistakes because I want them to learn from their mistakes.
That's so cool. It's really impressive. Seriously, the fire in you, the passion in you for the sake of someone else's growth is huge.
There's a lot of children that have got nothing, and the parents haven't got anything. Yeah. And it's my job. That's what I get paid for, to get the best out of that child under whatever circumstances.
So, if you were to meet someone who was struggling to do what they loved and felt that they were doing something soulless and they didn't get what you get from your job, what advice would you give them from where they are now?
You've got to be a risk taker.
Yeah.
You've got to take a risk. And if the risk goes wrong, at least you've tried.
And what helps you to take that risk?
I'm a naturally risky person. To me, I thrive on a challenge. And if I have not got a challenge, I am bored. So I will go and find a challenge, whatever that may be. Because there's so many people in mundane jobs.
Yeah.
And every day, yes, I'm only doing this to pay the mortgage. Well, where's your job satisfaction?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to look for your inner self and what really makes you tick. When you've found that, then you can help other people tick.
That's so cool. So when you look back, like what's the biggest risk that you've taken?
I was working in a school, very rough, challenging school, and I was headhunted for this job, for the head of the department, and it sounded very good because somebody wants you, and it's always having somebody that wants you and thinks, yeah, you're good at what you do. And fair play, you know, I was given this job on a plate, and it was the worst thing that I did because the school is extremely challenging. But I can be passionate, I can do whatever I can within my department, but you've got to have the support from the senior management team.
Yeah.
And if you have not got that, you're not going to change it. One person cannot change that. So you've got a choice. You're not going to change the ethos of the school all by yourself. All that you can do is change you, and you change the way that you behave and the way you act. So I can remember having a meeting, it was in March. I got home, I was totally appalled at the meeting I just had. And it was literally, you know, head of department meeting with senior management. And I could not believe, basically, whatever they were coming out with. I'm thinking, you're not on the same planet as me. And I came home really quite upset, quite stressed. And I said to my partner, I'm not prepared to do this anymore. And he said, well, could you get a job before you leave? I said, no, I don't think I can actually. But I'm quite prepared to get a miniskirt on and my lipstick and go and work down the Wetherspoons. Because I could have had, you know, if I don't want to serve anybody, you know, you're bored. When you're in a school, whether you want to be with that child or not, you've really got to be with that child.
Yes.
And you've really got to be with the senior management team.
Yeah.
So as I said, they're not going to change for you. You've got to make a choice. So I started going on the internet looking for another job, and I found a school still in the same area. And I said, is there any chance, you know, that you've got anything going at all? Because I'm in this position which I'm not liking particularly very well. And fair play, the head teacher said, come and see me. And it was on the afternoon. I did. I went and saw the teacher, and she offered me a job 2 days later, doing stuff on assessment for learning, doing loads of different subjects, which was brilliant. It got me out of my, I wouldn't say a comfort zone, but I do like design technology, but it got me out of that.
Yeah.
And you look at the broader issue of a school, but it's all about taking that risk.
Yeah.
My wages were very, very good, but it wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
It's never about the money. Because you can live on beans on toast.
No, but what I hear you said is that you've got an empowered mindset. You know, you choose, whereas a lot of people think they can't choose.
They can't choose.
Someone's choosing for them.
But it's all about making a difference for yourself. You have got to, it doesn't matter what job you've got to feel happy in your own skin and your own clothes.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got that, there's only you that can make that change. So that's where the risk comes in, and the passion for what do you really want to do here.
Yeah, and knowing yourself.
And knowing yourself. It's all about, I know myself very well. And in interviews, people will say to me, well, what sort of person are you? That's probably one of the first questions, you know, you asked. And I would say, well, I am a risk taker. But that's where the passion comes from.
Yeah.
You don't want boring teachers in a boring school. You need people like me to get the kids involved, get the kids eating out your hand. You know, and it's all about you get the staff on board.
Yeah.
And the difficult problem is just working with your staff. Forget the kids, because at the end of the day, your staff are just bigger children. They're still kids. They're just a little bit older.
Yeah.
You've all got to be on the same buzz, all facing the same direction. If you haven't got that, if you're a head of department like I have been, and I've worked in management, you have got to get that person, same as a child, on the bus, facing the same direction. Now that's the challenge, because then you've got to start looking at the personality of your staff as well as your kids.
Yeah. You're very inspiring, Sandra. Thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it.
That's fine. I will see you again.